Ever since I was a little kid, I always wanted a Toyota 4Runner. Always thought they were just absolutely the coolest cars ever. Back this summer, I really started looking around for one, and I found my dream car. This right here is a 2019 Toyota 4Runner Limited Nightshade Edition. Nightshade Edition basically just blacks out everything. You've got black rims, you have black Toyota symbols, you have the black limited strip on the side, and you also get black chrome. Typically on the Limited 4Runner, you're gonna get that really shiny, more classic style chrome. But on the Nightshade Editions, it's blacked out. It looks really cool. On the interior, basically everything is blacked out on there as well. Basically everything that is normally silver or more so chrome style is gonna be black. Ever since I got this car, I've done a couple different things to just kind of make it a little bit better and make it a little bit more like my own. Now, one of the first enhancements that I made was tinting the windows. I can't stand it when a car doesn't have tinted windows, and I got on my 4Runner as dark as I was legally allowed to. In the back row and in the cargo area in Kentucky, you're allowed to go as dark as 5%, but in the front area, you have to go 35%. Driver side and passenger side, 35% is what's legal. Now, if you wanted to, you could go darker. However, you do have the chance of being pulled over and the police officer telling you to peel it off or potentially giving you a ticket, and I just didn't want to deal with that. It would look a little bit cooler if it was 5% all the way around, but it is a little bit of a safety hazard too, so I just went with the legal 35%. Window tint looks awesome though. It really does make the interior a lot darker, and when the sun's beating down on the car in the summer, it definitely does keep it a little bit cooler. And also privacy, whenever I'm driving around, typically filming videos like this, I've got a lot of really expensive gear in the back, and I just don't want the chance of anybody to potentially be unable to see that, so getting a window tint was a top priority. Now, another must-have modification that I made to my car was protection on the interior of it. I take the 4Runner all over the place, all over Kentucky, in the wilderness, places like this, and I'm constantly stepping in and out of it with muddy shoes. We're tossing gear and equipment in the back, laying the seats down, putting stuff in there. I'm using this truck all the time. So a top priority of mine is protecting it. So I got WeatherTech floor mats for the front, the middle area, and also the cargo area. Now, there are for sure cheaper brands out there than WeatherTech, but I wanted the highest quality, and I wanted to know that it would last for the entire time that I'm driving this car, which hopefully is the next like 15 to 20 years. And of course, I went with all black to match the interior of the car. So along with this WeatherTech mat, underneath there, you actually take that out. Also have this canvasback liner. This liner is a must-have in my opinion if you lay the seats down and are constantly putting things in and out of here. The WeatherTech cargo mat is also extremely helpful, but having this is perfect because it also protects the back seats. When you lay those seats down, just underneath there is typically just carpet. And if you're constantly putting stuff in and out of it, you're gonna rip up that carpet over time. So something like this that Velcros on and protects that entire back area, to me at least, was an absolute must-have. And of course, again, I went with black to match the interior. Now, another huge update that I made was entirely upgrading the audio system. This is the limited version of the 4Runner that comes with the JBL audio system, but I'm really big into audio, and that sound system was terrible. If you're really into music and you really care about the way it sounds, then most likely that JBL system is not gonna cut it. So I added in the front dash and doors the Hertz CK165 Pro Centro Series 6.5 component speakers. In the back doors, I added the Hertz CX165 Centro Series 6.5 two-way speakers. I replaced the factory sub with the JL Stealth Box 10-inch sub, and as you can see, there's a new liner over top of it. It doesn't say JBL anymore. And last, I updated the factory dash with the Pioneer DMH WT7600 NEX, and it runs everything and makes the music sound so much better. The equalizer is phenomenal, and also having Apple CarPlay is awesome. And one last tiny little addition, this car doesn't have very good storage, so I actually added in this little pocket area where you can lift that up, and you have all your normal stuff underneath there, but this piece was an add-on. I'll have a link in the description to where I got it. I got it off Amazon. It was really cheap, but it's definitely a much needed accessory. Now, there are definitely still a couple upgrades I'd like to make to my 4Runner. I want to get some new tires. The limited version comes with the 20 inches. I think I've got Yokohama's on there. They're all season tires. They're really nice tires. They run really well in the city, but they're not totally optimal for off-roading. They're a little too big, and I need tires with a little bit deeper tread. So I think eventually, once these wear down a lot, I want to get some good use out of them. I mean, I might as well. They're pretty expensive tires, but eventually I'm going to replace them, and I'm actually going to get 16-inch wheels, and I'm going to get some nice off-roading tires. Also, another replacement that I want to make is to the headlights. Right now they just have the regular halogen headlights. I would like to replace those with LEDs. But that's the fun of cars like this. You get to play around with it. My old car is so boring. This I'm so excited to have. I can tinker with it and just play around with it. And anything that I don't like about it, I can change. Also, along with those tires, if I were to go off-roading and I would go anywhere where there's some rocks and stuff like that nearby, then I would definitely need to get some protection for the undercarriage of this car, like rock sliders on the sides and skid plates on the front and back. But so far, this is what I've done to my 4Runner. What do you think about the enhances that I've made? What are other things that I could do to make this car better? Let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching all the way until the end of this video. Hope that you have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video.